Welcome back to Profits Unlimited's podcast channel. Wayne Vos here, coming to you live from our Turfs Up Radio studio in Louisville, Kentucky. And we're going to talk a little bit about selling. It is my absolute favorite thing to talk about because there's so many different variations when it comes to selling on how you can sell and how you can be successful in selling. And this isn't one of those if you do it this way, or this way, you'll be successful. But what it is, and what I am going to share with you, is what I think it takes to be successful in selling. And I think the first thing we got to ask ourselves is, what is the most important thing in selling? Is it the relationship? Is it customer contact? Is it doing what you say you're going to do? Is it answering your telephone? Those are all important. But to me, they're not the most important thing. The absolute most important thing in selling, in my opinion, is you've got to sell yourself first. Have you sold yourself first? Do you know what makes you different and better than your competitor? Because until you're 150%, add something to 100%. It's got to be more than 100%. You fill that in. Until you're plus 100%, that you know why you're different and better than your competitor, you haven't completely sold yourself. And if you're not sold yourself on why somebody should hire you, you've lost the battle before it ever begins with your competitor. Because when you're going and you're pricing jobs based on cost versus value, you've lost even if you make the sell. Well, how's that, Wayne? What do you mean? You know, I've made a business out of going underbidding people, and we're doing pretty daggone good at it. Maybe so. But the person that hires you for cost will fire you for cost. So although you sell a lot of jobs, guess what you normally don't have? You normally don't have a lot of loyalty. It's not that it's wrong or it's right, but are you always wanting to have that customer rotation in and out the door because somebody beat you by $5 a mow or $3 a mow or $8 a mow, whatever it is, difference on the price. But we gotta sell ourselves first if we want to be successful in creating loyalty and long-term loyalty to our companies. We got to know what we do different and better. What makes us different and better? And you don't have to be bigger to be better. As your company grows, you're going to have different things that make you more appealing. You know, a small service is very appealing to people because it's an owner-operator or an owner-helper. But what it boils down to, it's an owner on the job all the time. So the mindset to that is he's going to be there, or she's going to be there every time. So it puts the client in a comfort zone. Okay, so if you're a smaller company, that's one thing that makes you different and better than a larger company. But once we sell ourselves and know why we're different and better than our competitor, there's two questions that have to be answered for the consumer to buy from you. It really boils down to just two things. What's in it for them, and how can they pay for it? Too many times we make selling a lot harder than it has to be. Are you creating perceived value so your potential customer looks at you and they're not looking at you strictly on cost? What are they going to get out of it? Why do we all buy things? Based on perceived value of what we think we're going to get out of it. So what are you doing to create perceived value for your service other than the perception that, oh, well, he'll meet or beat any price you're getting? Do you have pride? Are you professional? Do your employees look professional? Does your equipment look professional? It's a million things you can do that we're not got time to talk about today. But we got to create perceived value. What's in it for them? And then secondly, what are you doing to make it easy for your customer to pay or buy from you? Are you strictly cash basis? For some people, that's a great thing. You know, hey, they'll leave cash on the back porch or in the mailbox, or they'll leave cash every week for you. But more and more, we're seeing customers not dealing with cash, right? Do you offer a different method of payment? It's easy. That's why you should offer that option to your customers if you want to sell more jobs. Also, you can sell more expensive jobs by offering that method of payment. Maybe somebody doesn't have $2,000 that they want to spend or can spend on some hedge trimming, mulching, bed ferber, you clean up, whatever it may be. But if you give them an alternative way to pay, or are you willing to take payments on a larger job, say a third down, a third upon completion, and we'll bill you a third? Get creative with how you're allowing people to pay you. And what you'll see is your company will sell more jobs at a higher price. You'll be more successful and more profitable. So let's look at this and we'll wrap it up just quickly on selling. Most important thing in selling is you got to sell yourself. And the two questions that have to be answered for your client is what's in it for them and how can they pay for it. If you take care of just those three things, I guarantee you, you're going to see your company grow. You're going to grow a better client base because of that perceived value, and your profit dollars will grow. Remember, profit is not a dirty word. See you next time.